Hello, everyone. Welcome. If you are new to this Facebook group, my name is Marissa. I don't know. Hang on. Did it I'm hoping it says, okay, so it said you are live, and now it says I am live, so I'm not sure if you caught that. But if you are new to this Facebook group, my name is Marissa Rose. I am a intuitive coach and mentor. So I help intuitive entrepreneurs to connect with their intuition, their body, and their inner wisdom. And I do this in multiple different ways through masterclasses, through personal readings, one-to-ones, groups such as my academies, and so on. So today I am so excited for you to be here. So if you are here live, please comment #live. If you are here watching the replay, say #replay. So what we will be talking about today is personal fucking power and how to really use that for your advantage through business, through your life, allowing that personal power to join within the physical human body internally so that it can extend out into your external life. I will also be doing a mini card reading. So if you want a card reading, then what I would be doing is you think of a number between 1 and 3, and that is practically the card that may resonate with you in this moment, or it may resonate with you in the future. And keep your mind open and your heart open. So, let's talk about personal power. So, in my experience, in my life, I have been in and out of experiencing my own personal power. If there is too much noise, I allow external power or the whatever is happening outside of me to come into my energetic field. And I allow that to cloud my own personal power. And then this is where the mindset comes in where I allow other people to tell me what to do. I look for the how, I look for a need outside of me instead of looking inside of me. And so when I've been playing with personal power and circumstantial power, I have learned that with circumstantial power, from my experience, is it fogs up my mind. I allow all of the noise to come into my own field and not listen to myself. My personal power feels rooted. It's my inner knowing. It's okay, let's go here, let's go there. It feels clear. It feels clear in my mind. It feels clear in my body. I am pushing out the creative projections of other people outside of me. Their way of learning, their way of teaching, their own experiences. I'm not saying not to take in other people's experiences or learnings and teachings, like take bits where it resonates, let go what doesn't. But your personal power may feel more clear when you're like, okay, I'm going to take this in and I'm going to learn to experiment this for myself. You may have a different experience than someone else when it comes to learning something. So let's say you are learning about money. Are you allowing money to give you circumstantial power? Are you looking towards money of like, hey, this is going to make me powerful? Or are you going to allow money to work for you? That is personal power. You have power over money instead of money having power over you. And so from my own experience, I have learned the difference between each feeling of the circumstantial power and the personal power. And personal power comes with strength. So when I was first learning how to integrate and dial up my own personal power within myself, I truly had to let go of the noise of what everyone else is doing. See, this is the thing. We are all living in the same school. We are all having a human experience, but we are having an individual human experience as well as a collective experience. And some of us will learn similar things to someone else. So sometimes that's why some things resonate. Some things resonate because you're like, oh, I went through this, or I went through a similar situation than this person. Then you start to work with this person because they had a similar experience than you do. But this is where the teachings come from. They will give you all of the knowledge that they learned. 1, are you willing to integrate it? 2, are you taking bits and pieces that actually only resonate with you and not take the whole thing as, oh, this is the only way. This is gonna work for me. Because your way is only gonna work your way. We can teach someone our way, but how is that gonna bring value to someone who is learning from you but also is not taking in the circumstantial power of saying, this person is above me, this person is a leader, I'm gonna transform like them. They won't transform like you. Your transformation will look different to someone else's transformation. And this is where the personal power comes in. We need to take the accountability to stand with our personal power when we are learning, when we are receiving, when we are teaching. Because that was our experience and that was someone else's experience. We cannot take on somebody else's experience. Their way worked for them. Bits and pieces of their work may work for you. Bits and pieces of your work may work for someone else. Not 100% of the time, but you make little tweaks of what has worked for someone else and what has worked for you, and allow that to come through for you. This is why we have, guidance tools such as astrology and human design, because it shows you an energetic blueprint, a roadmap of your experience, of your own energy, and how you work with the world. Now, allowing the world to work you. We want to, as we begin this new world, we want to rise up together to support one another, but we also have to support ourselves through each experience. In my opinion, now this is my opinion, you don't have to take it. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. in my opinion, personal power for me equals trusting myself, being clear with myself. It is about radiance. It is about getting to know myself while I am learning from someone else. But I'm not taking in someone else's experience as my own. For me, it is about confidence. It's about feeling rooted in your knowing of who you are, but still opening yourself up to receiving new lessons to master. It's not about going small. It's not having a hierarchy. Hierarchy is a circumstantial power. You are putting your power into that person. You are not taking back your power. Personal power is about being and feeling that power for yourself and the essence that you radiate to the world. I love that. That is so delicious. So what we want to do is allow ourselves to go slow when we are starting to step into the personal power part of our life. Some of us start younger, some of us start a little older. Experiment with what your personal power feels like to you. And what does circumstantial power feel like to you? Does it feel foggy? Does it feel like you are looking up to someone and putting them on a pedestal? Or is it like personal power where you're like, okay, I am being supported by this person, but I don't have to put them on a pedestal because we are working together on my growth and their own growth. You know, when it goes from a teacher and a student, the teacher is learning from the student is learning from the teacher. It's not one is above the other. It's you're working together and allowing their lessons, allowing yourself to learn their lessons, and allowing themselves to learn your lessons in bits and pieces. But they will never ever have the same experience as you will. From the transformation, from the past, from the present, from the future. No one is the same. We all have this personal power inside of us because our body, our breath itself, that's personal power for itself. Because you are allowing yourself to just breathe. Allow yourself to move with the body. You're allowing yourself to smell and breathe in the air. You have the power to breathe. No one else is making you breathe. You have the power to breathe. That breath that you are receiving, that you are working with, that is personal power. Because you're allowing it to work for you, to keep you alive, basically. So, you are not looking for someone else to tell you how to breathe, tell you how to walk, tell you how to talk. No, people, what I find is that with people pleasing, It's a tendency of someone else in the past telling you how to act, telling you how to talk, telling you how to live your life. That is circumstantial power. People pleasing is circumstantial power. That is not personal power. Personal power is thinking for yourself, having that independence, knowing what feels good and what doesn't feel good for you. As kids, we don't have we have an awareness, but we don't know what we are taking in. So as kids, we are putting our power into our parents because we don't know what the hell is going on, right? We're looking for guidance. We're looking for teachings. We are looking for co-regulation. We can have fun as kids. We get to play. But some of us don't grow out of that circumstantial power because our parents never taught us about personal power. They taught us, for some of us, not everyone, but sometimes our parents have taught us circumstantial power. Be like, okay, a job is what's going to create a foundation for you, and you're going to be happy, and you're going to be whatever. You go look for someone, you go marry someone, you go have kids. Your parents are telling you what to do. The government is telling you what to do because you are putting your power into other people who are higher than you to take the wheel of your life. Some of us don't grow out of that. So then there's this codependency of, okay, how am I supposed to live my life? My mom told me to go do this. The government is telling me to go get married and have kids and I will be happy. Does that actually create happiness for you? If it does, fine, great, good for you. For me, no. I'm a fucking rebel. I don't live through order. I don't live through circumstantial power. I live in my internal world with personal power, but I still open myself up to new lessons and new self-discovery of someone else's lessons, someone else's experience. I take what resonates. I leave what doesn't. If it triggers the fuck out of me, I trust myself enough. Does this trigger give me value? Does this trigger give me personal power or circumstantial power? Know the difference. Some of us just don't know. I get that. Some of us don't have the ability of just knowing. And I get that. But it is something you can train yourself to do. And if you don't want to, that's entirely up to you. But, for someone, my significant other, he isn't someone that just knows. Me, I just know. Like, when you know, you know. Some people don't have that capacity or that. Just give me a minute. If there's noise in the background, I apologize. From people, dogs, I do apologize. For future. But Some people just don't know. And you can't expect someone to know something. And I think this goes for everybody. We can't expect someone to know if we haven't said anything. I may be psychic, but I can't read your fucking mind. You need to tell me what you want. And this comes to people pleasing as well. Sometimes we think this is good for the person because we think we know this person. But after you did that thing that you feel like is going to make them happy, then it turns out it doesn't make them happy, and you don't know what's wrong because you thought you knew that person. It doesn't work. Ask. Say something. Take your power back and say something. Say what you desire to fucking say. True personal power comes from living and breathing in the breath of your own voice, of your own heart, of your own power in the solar plexus, your own sexuality in the sacral center. It's the or and of life. You can have both. You can have it all. But are you putting personal power into it, or are you putting circumstantial power into it? Allow yourself to recognize. Allow yourself to have understanding and insight. We all can be psychic, but we are all not mind readers. Some of us can just know or have the feeling in the fucking bones of their knowing, and some people don't. So say something. Do the thing. Say the thing. If it brings you value, if it brings your relationship value when you are saying it and doing the thing, say it and do it with personal power. Don't look for something else, which is power outside of you. When I started my journey as an astrologer, human design, psychic mediumship, doing sacred rituals, before I learn about personal power, I was looking for power outside of these things. I was looking to take back my power from these guidance tools. I was looking for it. I was looking for it outside of me. What I quickly realized is astrology is not the thing that makes me powerful. Human design is not the thing that makes me powerful. Being a healer is not the thing that makes me powerful. I make myself powerful by overriding myself with those things and allow them to work for me. Not them working for me. I am allowing myself to take my own power with me with these guidance tools, because remember, these are just roadmaps. These are just energetic blueprints. These are just tools for your own energetic spiritual fields. Of course, they help you, but they are not you. They're pieces of paper. They're just energy that's coming from the hand. Yes, energy is you. Your power is energy. I get that. But that healing ability shall not override who you want to embody and be and share with the world. If you don't want to be a healer, don't. Yeah, you have this gift, but you can do many ways in using this gift if you don't want to use it for business. When it comes to business and personal power, we are allowing the niching, the branding, the use all your gifts in the business world. We're allowing to put our power into the business. We are allowing the business to override our power. We are working for it. It's not working for us. So as I decided to go on this personal power journey, I'm allowing my business to work for me. Next part, you're allowing money to work for you. You are allowing relationships to work for you. You are allowing what resonates with you work for you, not you working for it. It is so fucking important as intuitive entrepreneurs who are leading a heart-led business to come back to the personal power, because we can so easily allow someone else's words on a social media post to take a power. You know, the other day I was scrolling on social media and I was like, wow, so many people are making 10K months, and you know, no one ever talks about how they scaled from $0 to $500. No one talks about $500 to $1K. No one talks about going from 1K to 2K. They don't share the little tiny details that could actually work for someone little bit by bit. They say, let's go from 1K to 10K. Whew! That's a huge jump. Okay, so how did you get there? What ways worked for you to get from 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K, 6K? Or did it jump from 1K all the way to 10K? We don't know. Then what ends up happening is in that post, we start to get anxiety. We start to put our circumstantial, we put our power into someone else because we feel like they know more than we do. But yet they never talk about what happened in the background type of stuff. Because the background type of stuff actually may help you resonate with them, how they got from 1K to 10K. You take your personal power back from that scroll. Get curious on, okay, instead of saying, this person knows more than I do because they went from 1K to 10K. Maybe not. Their experience is probably totally different from your experience. But you don't know because you're taking your power away. You're allowing social media, someone else's post, to take your power away, thinking someone knows what's best for you. They're sharing a post of what was best for them. That post is about their experience. They don't share the tiny little details. They share the big giant details, making sure it gets someone's attention. Stop allowing social media to take your power. Like I said, when I was scrolling, I allowed someone else's post take my power away, saying, what are they doing that I'm not doing to have a 10K month? You know, what are they doing energetically, physically, internally that makes them better than me? Or makes their business better than my business? So we start to live in these stories and beliefs that actually don't bring us value. It's not the person's post. It's the trigger of whether or not this trigger and this post actually truly does bring you value. It's about allowing yourself to stay in your power, in your inner knowing, to feel and embody the rootedness of who you naturally came here to be. Your essence. You know, when you're born, you already have that personal power inside of you. You didn't have friends. You didn't have a business. You didn't have a job. You didn't even have your own money. We had that personal power inside of us. Growing up, we taught about circumstantial power. Some of us, we did not learn about personal power. So we had to learn for ourselves. Some of us don't even experiment because we don't even know. We don't even know what's happening. We're allowing the news to affect our feelings. We're allowing social media to affect our beliefs and our mind and our own feelings about ourselves. We did not start off that way. We started with personal power. So let's get back to that personal power. Let's start feeling and embodying who we are as an essence. And like I said before, open up your mind to lessons. Don't close yourself up. Allow yourself to receive understanding and insight externally and internally. Because data is everywhere. Data is everywhere. It's whether you are allowing someone else's emotions to dictate how you feel about yourself. If you do, that's circumstantial power. If you don't, that's personal power. Allow yourself to just breathe into your body. And if you don't know how personal power works for you, allow yourself to get quiet for about 5 minutes. Can you feel a part of you that feels expansive? Or can you feel a part of you that feels open, feels juicy, feels grounded? Even if it's just a tiny little bit in your hip, in your rib, in your heart, whatever that feels like to you. If it's a tiny little bit, does it have a color? Does it have a taste? Does it have a smell? Connect with your senses when you're connecting with your personal power. Start small when you connect with your personal power. Because personal power comes from the inside. So we gotta start from the inside. Start with the feeling or the visualization or the smell or the taste or the texture or the color that comes into mind or the sound that comes through. Start with that. Then slowly connect your other senses with that main scent. And keep going. And when you start to feel it inside of that part of your body, expand it. Expand that personal power like it is glossing all over your fucking body. For me, in my own sacred experience, there's multiple ways I can connect with my personal power. One, I allow myself to grow roots from my feet all the way to my legs to my tailbone, and then it grows a tree in my back, and then it spreads out like a giant ancestral tree all over the rest of my body. Next, there are times where I get into the smell. Sometimes the smell does not match up with the visualization. That is totally fine. My smell of personal power is a cherry. Smells like fresh, dark cherries. And that feels sensual to me. So I feel sensual in my upper body. I feel grounded in the rest of my body. And I work with those two parts together. And I start to feel more powerful. I start to feel more like clear. Remember, personal power is clear. It's not foggy. Circumstantial power is foggy. Now, your interpretation may be a little different. You don't have to take in what I'm always saying in this fucking masterclass. But take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Tweak bits that you feel like will work for you and take it and tweak it for yourself. You can take things from other people, what they have learned, and make it your own. That also is personal power. You're not diving full front into someone's experience because you have not lived their past. You are in the present with them in this moment, but you are not living the current reality. So you don't know. You don't know what their power is like. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know their experiences. All you know is your experiences, and you are trying to change your life. You are trying to transform your life. So take bits that resonate with you from someone else. Tweak it. Put it inside of your internal body. Swish it around. Like it's mouthwash. No. Swish it. And allow it to move you. Allow someone else's words and your words put together to move you. It's not just their words. It's not just your words. It's both. Allow both parts to move you in your personal power. I would not get here today if I didn't learn from masterclasses or courses that I took in the years before, because I trusted my intuition to lead me where I wanted to go. I took my personal power with me in everywhere I went to take the wheel on my fucking journey. allow my personal internal power to move me while I was learning from someone else. And I took parts of what some people were saying into my body and made it work for me. And that's all you can do until you master both the learning and the mastering. You are the student and you are the teacher. You are both. You're not just one. You are a learner, but you are also a leader. Assert yourself as a leader that you are. Open your mind to learn from someone else. Take both into account. Some people are like, well, you know, as I'm a learner, I should just keep learning and take all of the things in. You don't always have to continue to take all the things in. And this is the part we are missing. Integrate the parts of what you have learned that resonated with you and take in the parts you have experienced for yourself and put them together. You can allow yourself to mash up, experience, and expand a new, bigger, whole, better version of your personal power. Your personal power gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So, I'm going to stop talking. I hope you enjoyed that mini masterclass ref. I'm going to pull a few cards. I always carry my crystal ball with me for some reason. And I love it. It's amazing. We are not taking in someone else's experience. We are learning from someone's experience. We are not giving our power away to someone else because they've experienced something similar to us. Right? We are trusting our intuition and our own power to take in knowledge that resonates with us to when and after that lesson is finished, we integrate with the parts that did resonate for us from someone else's experiences to and with our personal experiences. We integrate with that for a day to 10 minutes. And then we embody it and master it. We keep learning to master. There's no there is no end day or end time. There's no destination. The only destination we fucking get in this life is death and rebirth. We die, and then we are reborn as someone else. We never have the same life twice. Oof. That one hit me. We never have the same life twice. So are you allowing someone else to run your life? Or are you allowing yourself to run your life? But take in what resonates from other people's experiences. Woo! Okay. This was a good one. Okay. So, I want you to close your eyes. Feel into that breath. Come back to that body. Move, shake a little. And I want you to pick a number between 1 and 3. And let's see what wants to come up for you. What wants to come up for you today? I am so excited. I'm so happy that I am doing this today with you guys. This is delicious. I love these talks. It's a great talk. I love sharing my experiences with people because you never know who is listening. You never know if something will resonate with someone. And they may just take in what worked for them and allowed it to work for them in their own way. You know? I'm sure a lot of us will resonate with something, with what someone is saying. That's why we choose the coach that we choose. Because they said something so profound that it moved us and it moved our personal power. It moved our intuition. It didn't allow us to perceive and walk with lack. It allowed us to receive and move with power. So, card 1. If you chose card 1, I love this so much. Ooh, okay, so if you chose card 1, this one says morning dew, clarity, a fresh start, positive outlook. So for me, I am getting with card 1, I am receiving like zooming out. Allow yourself to zoom out. And I'm getting this zooming out of the world. And it's like an outlook. You have a new outlook on life. The more you zoom out, the more clear you're gonna get. The more clear on things you're gonna receive. When we are tuned in way too much inside of the small part of our world, we focus on that one part. But when you start to spread it out, zoom out, there's a whole new world. So allow yourself to spread and receive clarity of what wants to move in your world. Get curious in your own world. Allow it to move you internally so it can move you externally. But first we need to just zoom out and you will get a clear picture of where you are going and what you are wanting and what you are receiving. So clear your mind, get clean. Wash the water over you. Breathe and zoom out. Next is your second card. So let's see. Ooh, okay. Oh, I love this one too. These are such amazing cards. I have the Rose Oracle deck from Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork is fucking stunning. It's stunning. Okay. Let's get into this. Okay, so we have the Rose Garden. So it's so funny because it says innocence, forgiveness, be gentle with yourself. For me, it's like creating softness in your life. Create softness with yourself. Create softness with your life. If you are an entrepreneur, create softness in your business. Create softness in your offers. Allow yourself to feel the essence of what softness feels like to you. And allow that to soften over. You can relax. It is safe to soften. To soften your mind. To soften the resistance in your body. And to slow down and move forward. Whew. Also, forgiveness is coming out with. It's like giving yourself grace. So be soft in the moment when you soften your mind and your body, and give grace to yourself. So just breathe. That's so amazing. Have grace and forgive. Have softness with yourself in your life. Whatever has happened in the past, give yourself grace with what had happened. Moving forward, bring softness in your life. Whew! Chills! Chills! Okay, third card, if you picked number 3. Ooh, yes! Oh my god, bitch. So we have Bloom. Oh, I love this card so much. It says creations realized, right time, harvest, celebrate. So what's coming through for me is creativity. Allow yourself to create, because one of those creations are allowing you to blossom into the feeling of your essence and who you are. Right, okay, so if you have a lot of ideas and a lot of creations coming through, write them down and ask the universe, which one do you want me to start with first? And one idea will come up into mind, or will show itself to you on the piece of paper that you wrote down on the ideas. Start with that creation first, and it will allow you to blossom and bloom in your life. Have faith, have trust in that creation. Allow yourself to embody the feelings of your creation, and then allow it to move you inside and out. Allow it to blossom like a blossom tree. And eventually it will expand, and it will expand. That one creation will expand for you. And allow yourself to have fun with this creation, with this idea. If this is a previous idea or offer you have done before that has come into mind, allow that to come up again and tweak it, and allow that to blossom and move through you again and again and again. Don't just celebrate your wins. Celebrate the in-between of this phase. When you are creating a project from the past or a new idea, integrate and celebrate with that idea. Celebrate that you have received the idea and the creation that you are creating. Celebrate the integration of it. Celebrate the embodiment of it. Celebrate the launching of it. What are you doing in between the creation of this idea? Allow it to celebrate with you, you allow yourself to celebrate it. Ooh, I quite like that. That's a good card. Because the more... Oh, that is so funny. Ooh, okay. So the more you allow yourself to surrender into this creation, the more it will come alive and it will dance with you. Ooh. Like, it's so funny because right now I'm seeing a blossom tree and I'm seeing a lion's face on it, and I don't think this is meant to happen whatsoever. But a lion for me represents confidence and courage. A blossom tree for me celebrates expansion and an expansion of creation. So I'm seeing a whole lot of confidence and courage for you when you are allowing this creation to blossom and expand as you integrate and celebrate with it. Okay, I love this. Oh my god, this is so good. This is so fun. Oh my god. This is so delicious. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this power masterclass today. I hope you are having a beautiful, gorgeous day. And please comment if you have any questions. Right now, I do have my Ancestral Astro HD private readings available for purchase. So if you are interested for an Ancestral Astro HD reading, please comment and I will give you the link. So I love you like always and have a gorgeous, fabulous day.